The Mau Mau Uprising was one of the most significant and violent anti-colonial rebellions in Africa during the mid-20th century. Centered in Kenya, it was a fierce struggle against British colonial rule that profoundly influenced Kenya's path to independence. This documentary explores the causes, course, and legacy of the Mau Mau revolt. Background: colonial Kenya and growing discontent. British colonial rule. Kenya became a British colony in 1895, with settlers appropriating fertile lands and imposing harsh labor policies on indigenous populations. Land alienation. The Kikuyu people, the largest ethnic group in Kenya, were particularly affected by land dispossession and economic marginalization. Political exclusion. Africans were excluded from meaningful political participation, fueling resentment. Causes of the Mau Mau Uprising. Land and freedom. The core grievance was the restoration of land rights and freedom from colonial oppression. Cultural revival. The Mau Mau movement blended political resistance with Kikuyu cultural identity and spiritual elements. Post-World War II activism. Returning African veterans and growing nationalist movements intensified demands for independence. The uprising unfolds. Outbreak in 1952. The rebellion officially began in October 1952, marked by guerrilla warfare, sabotage, and attacks on colonial settlers and loyalists. British response. The British declared a state of emergency, deploying thousands of troops and employing harsh counter-insurgency tactics. Detention camps. The colonial government detained tens of thousands suspected Mau Mau sympathizers, often under brutal conditions. Violence and atrocities. Both sides committed violent acts, with widespread suffering among civilians. Impact and significance. Political awakening. The uprising galvanized nationalist movements and pressured Britain toward decolonization. Repression and resistance. The conflict exposed the brutal realities of colonial rule and the determination of Africans to resist. Path to independence. Kenya eventually gained independence in 1963, with the Mau Mau legacy influencing its political landscape. Legacy. Recognition and reconciliation. For decades, the Mau Mau were vilified, but recent years have seen official apologies and reparations for abuses. National identity. The uprising is now a symbol of resistance and pride in Kenya's history. Historiographical debate. Scholars continue to examine the complexities and moral ambiguities of the rebellion. The Mau Mau Uprising was a pivotal chapter in Kenya's struggle against British colonialism. Despite harsh repression, it underscored the resilience and determination of Kenyan freedom fighters, setting the stage for the country's eventual independence and shaping its national identity.